10:05 a.m. this Wednesday morning, July 30th, 2025. I'm sitting here in bed looking out the bedroom window. We are in relief mode from the weather, if you will, today. It is still a little bit sticky, muggy. Temperatures are moderate though. We had a very good feeding this morning out there in the woods. It's a shame that you couldn't join in. The day started off with a lot of overhead air activity, with quite a little bit in the sky to have been focused upon. It's too bad you couldn't have been there for that. Hey, I'm still at 333 subscribers. Yesterday, I created a video pertaining to this community. I had it up for a couple of hours and I was the only one that had viewed it, given it a like, and commented upon. And it was up for a few hours, give or take. I watched the video on this platform, and after viewing that video, I deleted my video from this platform. I still have the video saved, but I went into naming names and other information. But then once I had viewed this certain specific video, which I will provide a link to, it changed my whole perception of thought. So this is just a little bit of a lead in towards that link that will be included in the description if you so desire to watch it. We're going back to this right here, because basically this is what the link will guide you towards. And the biggest reason for me to suggest this video is because of something that was mentioned within that really surprised me, because I have not heard anywhere else but on my channel and through my words, to where I make a connection of the 4 components of the human element: mind, body, spirit, and soul. Spirit is to the mind, as a soul is to the body. 4 parts that make up 1. I've never heard this through any other source other than what I have brought forth. So it took me by surprise, and therefore I felt, okay, this is really explaining an awful lot, and why I'm going through what I'm going through, and what I've been going through. Now, this book here is a so-called Christian publication, published through the Worldwide Church of God. Okay? The original copyright date is 1979, 1980, 82. This particular publication has a copyright of 1990 and 1991. Here's the contents. Is there a spirit world? Why the devil may care? Should you look to the stars? Communication with the dead? Reincarnation? Satan cults? And the God of this world. And of course, the God of this world is pertaining to Satan. Okay? And which States right here in this booklet, we will show you what the Bible says about the spirit world. Okay? Now I want you to understand that because they use the Bible as their resource material, even though there is a lot of other information in this book from other source material, it is just as contradictory as the Bible, in which they use the New King James Version Bible for their resource material. Okay? This is a really good book. And, I don't know whether this information back here is still of value or not. But you can see how many countries, how many languages that this publication went through. And I would love to get into this 35-page book with you. But I'm going to try to keep this short and just ask you to go ahead and check out the link, because I want to go further into something else that I will be presenting over onto my second channel, Dragonfire Investigative Research, which, keeping fingers crossed, should be posted later on today. Some reading that I will be doing pertaining to predictions that were made almost 60 years ago. Basically, a year after I was brought forth into this world, and how it pertains to today. Very interesting stuff. And once again, I will be reading passages from a book. And I would really enjoy it if you were to join up over on my other channel for this, I want to say, special presentation. I will leave a link on this channel at some given point directing you to my other channel. But I'm going to keep it at that for right now. I'd love to get into this so much more. But I think the link that I will include down below should speak volumes, especially in reference to a lot of my past content and what has led up to this. Because I often speak on the series Stargate SG-1, and for very good reasons. And just as a little example real quick, within that series we have this so-called alien, Teal'c, who is a Jaffa, that once carried a symbiotic parasite, which within the series, the main enemy is the Goa'uld. Goa'uld, yeah, whatever. Okay, in which these symbiotic parasites are like serpents within the human body that controls the body, and ironically, within the series, they look like the serpent dragons of China. Okay? And which kind of parlays with the stories of Satan and being the serpent, after being the dragon and having its legs cut off to where it crawls upon the ground. Now, within the series, Teal'c has a golden emblem attached to his forehead, symbolizing his ranking of the Jaffa. Recently, it has come out of these tridactyl mummified beings from down in South America, Peru, which one of these mummified tridactyls actually has a golden implant within the skull. Okay? You got to make these connections, people. I'm going to leave it at that. It's over 11 minutes long now. Once again, a little bit later today, I will go ahead and come out with this reading from a different book, which, wow, quite something. But if you want to check out the link down below, please do. You might not want to, well, you might be a little dissuaded as to how it begins with the type of entities that they speak of. But this is what changed my whole perception of my conduct in regards to certain things in my life. And I want you to understand that this type of being, that whenever somebody makes mention of this type of a being, that a narrative is applied through Wikipedia below the videos. And you always have to question those narratives. So join up with me later over on my other channel. We'll get there. Thanks for watching, and have a great one.